Again, how do you respond to adversity, especially when it hits you back to back to back? Now, I went to the University of Oregon on a track scholarship. I was not recruited in football. Everyone said I was too small. So I got a track scholarship. My second year, I begged the coach to let me walk on and try out. I ended up making the team. Did both sports the 2 years I was there. My hopes was really to make the Olympics. I was a world-class long jumper, and everything was right on track. Suddenly, I get this call, and I'm drafted in the NFL, which really kind of blew me away because I only had one touchdown all my 4 years in college. I didn't have the prototypical NFL wide receiver stats. But anyway, I didn't want to play in the NFL. I really wanted to make the Olympic team. So I thought, well, since Cleveland drafted me, I'll go to this rookie camp the next week just to see what it's like, kind of measure myself against the other athletes. And also I thought, I don't want to be able to say later on in life, I should have went to that camp. Let's just go and check it out. So I fly out to Cleveland, and I go to this 3-day rookie camp with the Browns. The third practice, I tear up my left ACL ligament in practice. My first major setback. I continue to just work out. Can't run track, so let's just stay here. I rehab for a year. The next year, I go through training camp with the Browns. I'm about 80%, not 100%. Have a really good camp, but they decide to cut me. As soon as they cut me, and when I say cut, it means you're fired. You get this pink slip and everything. You cannot perform the duties asked of you. You're fired, you know. So I fly out to Kansas City, and they want to work me out because they want to sign me. I have this great workout. The head coach, Marty Schottenheimer, says, we're going to put you on the practice squad. Now, every NFL team has a practice squad, meaning that there's players who practice, and at some point you play in the game. But while we're having this conversation, the Detroit Lions are on the phone. They're like, hey, we'll take you. Fly out here. We want to play you on Sunday. So the head coach for the Chiefs is like, hey, we're not going to play you, so go to Detroit, sign with them so you can play. But he says, if they try to put you on the practice squad, come back and be on my practice squad. And I said, deal. So I fly out to Detroit, and the first thing you got to do is take a physical. Well, my knee is swollen from the previous workout, so they flunk me on the physical. While they flunk me, the Packers are on the phone like, we'll take him. So I fly out to Green Bay now. I go out to Green Bay. As soon as I get there, they've heard I flunked the Detroit Lions physical. So what do? Flunk me on the physical. Well, I still got the Kansas City Chiefs. So I go back to Kansas City, and now they've heard I flunked 2 NFL physicals. So what do? Flunk me on the physical. So think about this for a second. I was rejected by 4 NFL teams over a 5-day period. Think about your worst week, where again, everything goes wrong, back to back to back. What's your response? Mine was, let's go to work. We got to get healthy. A couple weeks later, I get a call from the Dallas Cowboys, and they sign me to their team. And that year, they say, we're going to put you on the practice squad, but you're going to play at some point. I practice every single day. I never play in a game. And when the season's over, head coach Jimmy Johnson says, kid, I don't think you can do this. You might want to go do something else. Now, that was 1989. Anybody remember how bad Dallas was in 1989? They were 1-15. I was like, I'm out of here. You guys have never won a Super Bowl anyway. I leave and they win 3 Super Bowls. But this was a very critical moment in my career. And here's the teaching point. At times, we're always going to be faced with these moments where we got to make a decision, kind of at that crossroad. You're going to go left, you're going to go right. Here's what I believe. I believe these fast-go moments are some of the best opportunities for breakthroughs. Breakthroughs is when you experience some quantum leap, some impactful jump, something amazing happens in your life because you made a decision. Because that moment when Jimmy said, go do something else, I could allow that to take me down and out, or I could allow it to take me to bigger and better things. So I made a choice. I said, this is going to be my moment. This will be the moment I'll be telling this story 30-something years later. Remember when? Now, to really grow from breakthrough moments, you got to be coachable. You have to be honest. You have to be your most honest and trusted coach or supporter. Because I believe these moments are some of the best mentoring moments, if you're willing to learn. And I've always asked simple questions when I face adversity. Why did this happen? What can I learn from it? And how can I turn this into an opportunity?